What is up, guys? It is Mr. Hardy, and we are back here with week 4 of the online health class. So hopefully we are back together soon, but for the meantime, we are stuck here online. I hope everybody's doing well. I know just reading through some of the questions last week, I think some of you guys are struggling a little bit having to stay at home, and I get it. It sucks. It's not fun, but what you are doing is so important, guys. I know it feels like it's lasting forever. I know it feels like it's not fair, right? But what you guys are doing is so important, and I'm so proud of everyone. And if you need anything, somebody to talk to, whatever, email me. Come in 10:30 to 12:30. I'm in there every day in our Google Hangout. Even if you just want to say hi, what's up? Like, nobody comes and talks to me. I'm bored. All right. But come in, chat, say hi. If you need any help with anything, even if it's another class, like, get a hold of me. I can help you out. All right. I miss every one of you guys, and I hope that you're doing well. I know we talked, maybe we'll look at doing a big Google class time this week if everybody's in. Maybe I'll put up a question or a poll or something like that in the Google Classroom to see who would be interested. So but yeah, week 4. All right, we got some exciting stuff this week. The big focus this week is going to be fast food. All right. I know that maybe we're not eating maybe as much fast food now since we're stuck at home, but this is one of my favorite weeks. I'm actually sad that we don't get to talk about this in class because I do love this. We don't get to watch Super Size Me in this class this year because of kind of where we're at. But we do have 3, not necessarily 3 assignments, but 3 things that we are going to look at this week. And the first one is, all right, I'm going to bring this up here. This is in your Google Classroom. All right, the McDonald's meal plan assignment. So what we are going to do is we are going to imagine that you guys are stuck inside a McDonald's. All right, let's say I have it in here that you're stuck in a snowstorm, but let's say you're quarantined inside a McDonald's for 24 hours. All right, and you have to eat 3 meals. Okay. And these 3 meals, they need to include a drink. They need to include an entree, like a sandwich or a salad. And they need to include a side. All right. So there are some rules for this. Okay. You're going to eat 3 meals, and it's not that you can just go and pick whatever. Right. There are going to be some rules because this is a challenge. You gotta try to eat healthy at McDonald's. So let's take a look at what some of these rules are. All right. So I got your snowed in. All 3 meals have to be under 2,500 calories. All right. So we think about, okay, that's about an average day for a teenager your age. All right. So under 2,500 calories. So when you add up all 3 meals, they have to be under 2,500 calories. Okay. Has to be under 200% of your daily sodium. This is a hard one. All right. Again, what do we use sodium for? Sodium makes things taste better. It's salt, right? It helps things last longer, right? So McDonald's, they're getting, French fries frozen, right? Sent in. They were probably cut, months ago, and they're, sodium's added to these to help them last. All right. So we got to try to stay under 200% of our daily sodium. That's 2 times what we are technically allowed. All right. Under 100% of your daily value of carbs. This is a tough one. The next one is the hardest. All right. Under 30 grams of sugar. Okay. That's a lot, or that's not a lot. All right. So what you got to be kind of tricky about what you do and what you add. Not 30 grams, because it's easy. Like 1 meal, you can get 30 grams of sugar, no problem. All right. So you got to be really smart about how you avoid sugar. And I think what it's going to do is it's going to make you realize, like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize there was sugar in that. You get one of the actual salads, right, with dressing, good luck. That's almost 30 grams of sugar right in there. So whether it's with, what you drink, that's where we get a lot of sugars too. So we got to keep it under 30. All right. Like I said, each meal must include an entree, a side, and a drink, and you can only use water once. All right. So you got to use whatever else they have to drink. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this link, and it's going to bring you to the McDonald's nutrition calculator. And I'm going to show you kind of what it looks like here. I got to bring up the McDonald's tab. Okay. So it's going to bring you to this site. All right. And you're going to build your meals, okay, through here. And the nice thing is it's going to do a lot of the calculations right here for you. So if I bring up, let's say let me fill out breakfast. Okay. So I'm going to look at the breakfast. Egg McMuffin has the lowest amount of calories. Ooh, you want that big breakfast with hotcakes? That's over half of your daily calories, right? So let's say I'm going to do, let's just start off. Okay, Egg McMuffin. Boom, I got that. Let's add more items. Breakfast. I'm going to go Egg McMuffin with hash browns, and let's do a coffee. All right, a coffee. I just want a black coffee. That's kind of tricky sometimes to get in here. Oh, no, there we go. Premium roast coffee. All right. Oops. Go forward. I didn't want to go back. I hope it stayed in there. Please. Ah, I got to add all this again. Okay, let me do it again one more time. I'm going to add an Egg McMuffin. Add more items. Do my coffee in here. Premium roast and my hash browns. All right. All right, so we got everything in there. Okay, and what it's going to tell you is pretty much everything you need to know is going to be right at the top. All right, so I got 450 calories, 21 grams of fat, 47 grams of carbs, 20 grams of protein. It's going to tell me, hey, only 3 grams of sugar. That's pretty good. But sodium, 1,100 milligrams. That's already 47% of my daily value. There's so much sodium in some of this fast food. All right, so I got that info. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to plug it in into my Google Doc. So let me stop sharing my screen here. Add another one. McDonald's meal plan assignment. All right, here we go. So for breakfast, I'm going to type in here. Let me zoom in for you guys maybe if I can. Grammarly, I don't care about you. Let's see if I can zoom in. Nah, you can see. All right, so for breakfast, I had an Egg McMuffin, I had hash browns, and a black coffee, no creamer. All right, so we know that it was 450 calories. What was the total fat? I'm going to go back and check. Total fat was 21 grams, which is 30% of my daily value. So now I can put that back in there. So 21 grams, and that was 30% of my daily value. Okay, and you're going to go in and you're going to put in the carbs. All right. And you're going to do this for 47 grams of carbs, and you're going to do this for every single thing. So you're going to find out the protein, the sodium, the sugars, the fiber. Then you're going to do it for lunch, and then you're going to do it for dinner. Then at the end, you're going to add all of your meals up together, right? And they have to equal, what we asked you to do up here, under 2,500 calories and 20% of your daily sodium. Here's what I'll say. I want you to try to get under 30 grams of sugar. If it's like 40, 41, 42, that's fine. 50, 60, not okay. All right. Got to be closer. Then you're going to answer these questions. So which meal was the least healthy for you? Why do you think that is? What was the most difficult part of this? What do you think happened if you did this every day for a month? Like what happens in Super Size Me? And you answer all 4 of these questions, or 5. Boom. Make sure you put your name. I should add that to this. Delete. So you guys don't have that info in there when you get this sheet. It'll tell me what your name is anyways, but all right, now we're good. Okay, so get your name in there, fill that out, turn it in, easy. All right. So if we go to Google Classroom, the other thing that we're going to ask you to do is I want you to fill out your what you eat at Subway. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to use the Subway nutrition calculator that I linked in. You're going to answer, you're going to go through, I can show you here in a second, what you eat at Subway. And we're going to see like kind of how many calories it is. And I think that you're going to be surprised at what your typical Subway order looks like. So let me just pull this up here. So what it looks like is you go in, you click sandwiches. Like say you get a foot long, you put that in, and then you're just going to add in the bread, what you get. on your whole sandwich, okay? Then you're gonna look at the nutrition facts, right? You're gonna see how many calories from fat, saturated fat, sodium, things like that. And then you're gonna tell me what surprised you the most, right? In a question in class, you're gonna respond to one of your classmates. Super easy assignment. And then the last thing you need to do this week is I have a video for you from the CBC. So it's called Marketplace. They do kind of investigations into different things. So there's 4 questions that you're going to answer. You're going to answer the first 2 before you watch the video, and then you're going to answer the next 2 after you watch the video. All right. So what they're doing is they're going to go and they're going to try to test and find out how much chicken is actually in fast food chicken. So when we talk about fast food chicken, we're just going to look at chicken sandwiches, but it's things like the chicken sandwich at McDonald's, Subway chicken, the oven roasted or the strips. We're not even looking at chicken nuggets, and believe me, you probably don't want to look at those. But they're going to look at all these chicken sandwiches and they're going to say, okay, how much actual chicken is in there? How much is byproduct? How much is like whey protein that they add to make it, how much is like the chemicals they add for mouthfeel and make it taste good. So I think you're going to be surprised by some of it. It's really good. It's a really interesting video. It's one of my favorites that we watch every year because hopefully, I still eat chicken at restaurants, but for about a month after I watch that, I get a little iffy on it. So those are the 3 things that you need to do this week. Not super hard, but again, focus on fast food. Pending on what we hear from the governor in the next couple of days, if we are going to do this for the rest of the year. If I hear something next week, what we'll do going forward here is I'm going to have a week or 2 of sex ed stuff. And then we're going to move into like alcohol and tobacco and drugs. So that's kind of going to be what the rest of the year is going to look like. So this will wrap up our fast food stuff. If we go back, then I'll wait on if we look like we're going to go back to school, I'll wait on the sex ed stuff or the Safer Choices curriculum, because I think that it's much better to do that in person. All right. As opposed to me putting this out on the internet forever and ever to teach you guys about that. So that's kind of our plan. I hope you guys have a great week. Hit me up if you guys need anything. All right.